What we're going to cover here are some basic techniques to address the situation where somebody is coming straight across, so it's sort of an east-west slashing motion here, right? So they're coming at you in this direction. So we'll show a few ways to defend against the actual incoming strike, and we'll show a few ways to address the case where you managed to get out of the way, the guy has missed, and he's coming back at you with the knife, okay? So it's basically this motion that we're going to defend against. Okay, so the first case is that as the attack is coming in here, we're going to basically go in here and strike with the elbow at the same time. Okay, so he's coming in, I come in and I want to strike. Now what I want to do here, it's really important, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be anywhere, my face or neck to be anywhere near where this knife is. What I want to do is I want to come in and I want to strike, but I want my head real close to his. So from here, what I'm going to do is strike the back of his arm underneath his arm really hard. And that's actually pretty easy to break somebody's arm doing that. Okay, in most cases, if you actually strike that hard enough, that knife will come out. Okay, from there, the next step is I'm going to come back underneath, I'm going to keep the palm up and break it again from here. All right, and then from this position, I'm going to step back, strike with the elbow again from here, and then palm strike to the face, take him down. All right. Now, anytime you take a guy to the ground and you've got his arm to the ground, if he still has that knife in his hand, it's very easy to get rid of it. What you're going to do is drop with all your weight right onto his bicep. Now, go ahead, grip that knife. Okay. When I push on that arm, his fingers are naturally going to open up. I don't want to do this and injure you before your fight, but when you drop, that knife is going to come loose. And that drop can be either on the front of the arm or the back of the arm. It'll work in both cases. Okay, so let's practice that one more time. So as you come in, strike here, either one. I prefer the rib because from here, the transition to the arm strike here is much faster. I'm going to come under, break here, come back, rotate back in the opposite direction, strike, palm strike, take it down, and then the disarm. Okay? A very similar, in that case when I came in, my thumb was down. So when you came in on that strike here, I caught you with fingers up, thumb down. Another technique that I was taught, and I don't like it, but I'm going to show it, is with the thumb up. My fear in doing this is primarily because I have no use of this joint in my thumb because my thumb got broken and basically all the way back to my arm at one point. So anything, if it's a big strong guy and he comes in fast and I try this catch, there's a real risk I'm going to break that thumb. But the rest of the move is very similar. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to strike. Again, I'm going to get my head as far away as possible. But what this particular grip allows me to do then is be in a position to do a wrist pattern. So in this one, I'm going to come in and I'm going to catch it with a thumb up, and I'm going to strike and at the same time get my head as close to his as possible. So it comes in, strike, here. After I make that strike, I'm going to reach over, grab the hand, and I'm going to turn and do the wrist pattern, okay? Once I get that wrist pattern here, I can kick him in the head. What I want to do is pull backwards and then push forwards. All right? Now when I push forwards, if he still has his knife in the hand, after all of that, I can get it free. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Strike. Strike. All right? Okay, these are all very similar to the other, and this one again, my thumb is down. I'm going to come in, and as I come in, I'm going to do the hammer fist to the groin to try to get him to drop his head. And he drops that head, chin up, here, step out, bring up the hand, collapse it forward to the groin, take the knife away. So one more time. Groin, strike, here, rotate the hand out, groin kick, and release the knife. All right? So, those are the primary ways of dealing with this swing. Now, if there is a miss, the key is that knife is going past me. Here, what I don't want to do is wait for him to miss and start coming back. So he misses. I don't want to stand here until that knife is on its way back. Okay? What I want to do is, as soon as that knife passes me, so it goes slower. So as soon as this passed me here, I want to be on that arm. So I basically want to attack this arm as quickly as I can. All right? So, several ways to deal with that. So he comes in, I'm going to attack, and I'm going to control the wrist, and I'm going to do this arm bar. Again, my palm not flat, my hands north-south. What I'm going to do is rotate this, or push my arm right against that tricep for the arm bar. So let's turn around so he can see it in the other, they can see it in the other direction. So here, I'm going to attack here. And what I want to do is I want his arm on top of my leg. From here, I'm going to basically try to control the wrist as much as possible. But what I'm really going to do is put pressure on the back of that arm, on the nerve right above the elbow. And then from there, once I feel I've got him controlled, I'm going to release here, strike here, take out his leg here. Okay? So we can do that a little faster. Okay. So let's try to do that a little bit closer to the farm. I went a little bit too far with that. Again, so he comes through, strike here, strike here, and get up and pull out. Okay. The other motion is very similar. So in this case, when you come in and you miss, I'm going to control here. But what I'm going to do is step in and hit the ribs. Or if I feel I can reach the groin, step in, strike the groin. What I want him to do is to hit him hard enough so that his head comes down. So, comes in, strike here. As soon as I feel the head drop just a little bit, his hand comes up, controls the neck, okay? From here, he's really kind of stuck, as long as I keep pressure on the back of that head. And if I can get him and keep his arm bent here, that's fine too. All I'm going to do from here is shuffle, take a shuffle step forward. And he's going to drop right in front of me. So from here, I can step on his head and drop my knee right on top of his arm again. Okay, some more time. Here, strike here. Kick. To disarm. It's actually, unless you feel this, hold, and we use it in club defenses too. But it's really tough to get out of this. If he struggles to get out of this thing, it's not all that easy. I have a lot of control. And what I'm not doing here, I'm not muscling him down. What takes him down is my forward motion keeping pressure on the back of his head. So that's all I have to do to take him down. Okay? Okay, the other motion comes forward here. It's coming back. I'm going to push on his chin. As I push on his chin, I'm going to rotate my arm forward. So basically take him down here. And depending on where his arm falls here, I can take the arm out like this. If he falls with his arm straight, I can break the arm or do an arm bar. So one more time, here. Okay, and I break the arm. And the last way out of this is he misses. As he misses, double hand block. This is going to control the wrist and do the arm. And again, same. We'll do that from the other angle. Control the wrist. Okay. All right. I think that about does it for side swings. Back and forth. Okay. All right. Thanks.